Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to share 10 Google Drive hacks which you may not be using. Earlier I published another video with some of the Google Drive hacks, but this is a new set and hopefully you will be able to learn something from this particular video. So without wasting much time, let's get into the video right now. If I start with tip number 1, that is pull text out of image and PDFs. Google Drive is having inbuilt OCR feature using which you can extract text out of images and PDF files. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. If I open Google Drive, then I select any of the file, maybe one image file here, sampleletter.png. What you need to do, you just need to right click and then open with Google Docs. So let me click here. What it will do, it will open that particular image in Google Docs. Now you can see this particular image opened by Google Docs, and if you scroll down, you will be able to see the text also available here. So all the text, whatever are available in this particular image, it already recognizes that and it is available in a different color below the picture here. So using this particular feature, you can use any of the image file and you can extract text out of it without you need to type anything. So this is for image file. I just tried with one of the PNG file. It will work with other image files also like JPEG or maybe BMP or any other format. It will work. So this is one way of using it. Now I talked about images and PDF file. Now let me check another PDF file here. If I go back to my Google Drive again and I try to open this particular PDF file. So if I double click on this, it will open that particular PDF file. Now here you will be able to see one drop down, and if I click open with Google Docs, it will try to open that same file in Google Docs. Now you can see that it converted that PDF file in a Google Doc format where you can edit also. You can start typing anything here, maybe whatever you want. So that's the way you can edit this particular file. So editing of PDF file is one of the useful feature which you can use, and it's also giving you the text which were available inside that particular PDF. So using this particular feature, you will be able to extract text from any of the images and PDF files. Now let me move to tip number 2, and that is force copy. Now let me show you what is force copy. If I close these open tabs and I go back to my Google Drive again, now think about a situation where you may need to share one of the doc file with all of your students or employees or with your friends, where you want them to fill out that particular template but not to change the file. So let me show you. If I open this particular file, let me just double click and open it. So you'll be able to see this is a form where multiple details needs to be filled out, and you want others to fill up this particular form. Now everyone will start typing the information inside this particular file, and if it's shared with more than 10 or 15 or whatever number it is, all of them will be trying to edit it simultaneously. Now that's not the thing we want here, right? What we want, that this particular file will be shared. However, it needs to be filled out separately by each of them, and they can revert using their own copy. Now what we can do here, if you follow my mouse to the address bar, you can see at the end of the address, edit word is mentioned. If you just delete it and you just type copy, and then you copy this entire text, whatever is available in the address bar, and then you open a new tab and you paste that particular text and hit enter, what will happen? You will get a prompt that if you want to use this particular file, you need to make a copy. So your original file will still be intact. The template will be still intact, and whoever want to fill out this information, they can make a copy and they can fill it out and they can send it back to you. Now coming to tip number 3, and that is in the same line of the other tip we just talked about. Tip number 3 is forced preview mode. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. If I again go back to that particular tab of the file which I opened earlier, here last time we typed copy. Now think about a situation that you prepared one document and you want no one else to change that, and they can only just view that particular file and they may come back with their feedback. So what we can do here? So instead of copy, if I just type preview here and I copy this entire text another time and I go to a new tab and I paste that particular link to open. Now you will be able to see the file opened, but you are not in a situation to edit anything. So you will not be able to type anything here. This file is only for view. So whoever will get this particular link, they will only be able to see this file without making any changes. So if you want to share any of the file, maybe you are a teacher, you wanted to share one document with all of your students, they can use this particular link so that they can only view that file and they will not be able to edit it. Now coming to tip number 4, and that is also in same line. Now I'll talk about another presentation. If you have any of the presentation in your Google Drive, so let me open one of the PPT file I have here. If I double click, it will open. So this is one of the template I earlier downloaded from allppt.com. You can also check. So they have fantastic templates available using which you can take your presentations to next level. I use their templates some of the time. This is not a sponsored video. However, I use this particular file and that's why I thought of sharing the source of this particular file so that we can give required credit to the owner of this file. So now I have this particular PPT open. I can edit it whatever way I wanted to. Now, in the similar way we talked about in our earlier tape, if I want to share it with others, so they can view it in presentation mode only. Maybe you have completed your PPT and you wanted to share with someone so that they can view it in presentation mode. So what we can do, similar way, we need to go to address bar and we need to delete all the text whichever are there from edit onwards. And if I delete and if I type present and I again copy this entire text and I paste it in a new tab, and if I hit enter, now it will open in presentation mode. So you can see now it's a full screen mode, it's available. If I just click anywhere, it will go to next slide. So it's currently in the presentation mode. So it's a finished product. People will be able to see whenever they want to. So these are few ways using which you can restrict usage of your files whenever you are sharing with outside world. Now coming to tip number 5, and that is to drag and drop files to upload in Google Drive. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. If I just resize my window here, you can see I have one file available here which is a PPT. Now I want to upload this particular file in Google Drive. So there are certain ways you can do it, but the easiest one is you can just drag and drop this particular file within your Google Drive. If you have any folder structure, you can directly put it in this particular folder, or if you wanted to move elsewhere, you can just drag here and you can copy. So now you can see this particular file has been uploaded. So other way of uploading files are, if you just click on this new, you can upload files from here, you can upload folders also. That's the way you can do it. So drag and drop is one feature. It's a very simple one, but I just thought of sharing if you are not already using it. Now coming to tip number 6, and that is to keep track of versions. Now I have a file here that is time.pdf. If I right click here and then I click on manage versions, then you will get a new prompt. So there what it will show you that this is one version, that is the current version. If you want to upload a new version, you just need to click here in upload new version. It will open a prompt from where you can choose another file. Now if I click on this time new.pdf and I click on open, then what it will do, it will upload the new file as the next version of this file. You can see before this time.pdf, it's added version 1, and the new file I uploaded, that is being shown as current version. So using this particular method, you will be able to maintain a version control of your file. As per Google, it will be saved for 30 days or for 100 versions. So using this particular method, you can maintain a version control of your file. Because of any reason, if you want to avoid deletion of this particular file after 30 days, what you can do, you can just click on these three dots and you can click on keep forever. So what it will do, it will retain it forever and it will not get deleted after the 30 days mark, what is mentioned here. So as we are talking about versions and history of any of the file, now let me talk about tip number 7, and that is Google Drive history. Google normally maintains a history of all of your actions. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If you follow my mouse, in the top right corner, just below this profile picture, there is one icon that is view details. If you click there, it will open certain tabs. And if you go to activity, you will be able to see all the actions we have taken. Now we can see we just edited this particular file. Before that, we uploaded another file. We created some of the Google Docs file. We were trying to utilize multiple files. Now all those history are already available. So in case you have deleted some files, you are not able to locate, or because of any other reason you wanted to understand what happened in this particular Google Drive earlier, you will be able to see this particular history. So Google Drive maintains a history of all of your actions so that you can utilize it as per your requirement. Now let me talk about a couple more tips which are related to search. Now normally what we do, in case we need to search anything within Google Drive, we go to this particular search bar and there we type something and we find for our files. I'll come to this particular point in a while, but before that you can search within your Google Drive using address bar also. But before that we need to make some of the changes. If you follow my mouse, if I go to these three dots and I go to settings, there you will be able to find one option that is search engine. And if I click there, you'll be able to see one option that is manage search engines. If I click on this arrow, it will give me certain options. From here, I can add a new search engine. If I click add, and I'll get a new prompt to add a new search engine. So let me just type here, maybe Google Drive, and the keyword is also Google Drive, and in the URL I just need to paste this particular string. I'll add this particular link in the description below for your ready reference. You can just copy paste from there, and if I click add, it will add another entry as a search engine. Now you can see a new link got added here. Now if I come back to my drive, and here in the address bar, if I just type Google Drive and then I hit tab, it will allow me to search within my Google Drive. So if I just search for Tiger and I hit enter, I'll be able to get all those options which are available within my Google Drive. So all these files are there where Tiger word is there. So this is another way you can customize your search engine, and from there you will be able to search your files. Maybe in this particular Google Drive, I don't have much files available. However, if you have good amount of data within your Google Drive, then this kind of features can be really useful. Now let me talk about the tip number 9 of this video, and that is advanced search within Google Drive. So this particular search bar we just touched upon few minutes back. If you click in these search options, it will give you multiple different options using which you can search. Think about a scenario, you are not able to locate a file, but you may know, okay, that's a PDF file you are looking for. So what you can do, you can just from this drop down, you can select PDF. You can also select who sent it. Is it owned by you, you received from someone else, or it's not owned by you, whatever way it is, so that if you can remember some of the pointers, that also will help and you will be able to fine tune your search. You can also click on this particular button to select in case that file was shared with you or it's available within your Google Drive. If it was shared with you, that also you can select. Other way is that when the date and item name, in case that particular file contains any file or word, all those things you can type here and you will be able to find your file. So this is advanced search feature within Google Drive, and we all know Google is known for its search capabilities, and why not to use that particular capability within our Google Drive. Now I'm coming to tip number 10, and that is edit PDF files. We just touched upon that particular file in the beginning of this particular video, but let me show you what I'm talking about. There are few of the limitations in this particular option. I'll show you another option so that you can avoid that limitation also. So if I close everything and if I come back to my Google Drive, so there, let me open any of the PDF file. Now, if I click on this time.pdf and I try to open it, and if I click on open with Google Docs. So if I click there, what it will do, it will open that particular file in Google Doc format and we will be able to edit it. Now you can see that this is a full of text and I can just press enter, I can start typing anything, and that's the way I'll be able to change it. Once I'm done, you need to go to file and you can download this file in different formats where PDF is another, which means you can open any of the PDF file using Google Doc, you can edit it and you can again save it in same PDF format, which means it's giving you capability to edit PDF files. So now there is one caveat. This particular feature works fine for plain text, and wherever text are there, it works absolutely fine. But as I shown you earlier, if I try to open another file which is having some part of images, you can see this particular file. So it contains some of the text, but this particular file also contains some of the graphics. But if I open, you will be able to see it will not be able to convert the top part of that particular PDF. It will convert only the text part. So I have another video available you can refer to. So using MS Word, you can also edit your PDF files. Just check the end video card to refer that video so that you can also work on complex files where you will be able to edit using MS Word. Hope you learned something new today. In case you liked any of the hack, please mention in the comments below. Also, let me know in the comments below if you want me to publish any video related to any of the Google or Microsoft products. I published few other videos where I talked about different Google Chrome related hacks. If you are interested, check the end video card. Hopefully, those will be also helpful. Thank you for your time. Bye bye for now.